Specifically, your mission is to find out what's up with a chemical company. You have been assembled by the director of the EPA, who is somewhat read in on the whole werewolf thing, to investigate a company called the Chemical Company, a suspicious name, that has been
Not a chemical company, the chemical company.
Yes, the chemical company.
Dow Chemical.
It was the first one in the United States. It's a subsidiary of Pentax.
That's how you get a name like that. You gotta be the first one. Like, first bank of whatever town. You gotta be the first one to get that name.
The burning company.
Yeah.
You say the boring company?
They have been dumping mysterious chemicals into the water supply in Florida. And the thing that caused this to get onto the EPA's radar is the intercession of the latest incarnation of the Bane mummy Apep, who have returned from the grave with a new identity, calling himself Alex Jones.
Oh, God.
And he has been giving a significant amount of free advertising for this company over the past year. And because of his nefarious and supernatural nature, it was determined that only the most powerful and most famous of Farah would be sent. You've arrived in Miami and have been given a platinum government card, as well as a significant amount of leeway. You can acquire pretty much anything you need from government sources. You're a full-on black project where if you say you need it, you get it.
Does our handler wear a hat?
Your handler does not wear a hat.
Good. Why would you want to hide the top of your head? That's where all your secrets are.
Anytime I visit a government agency, I like to procure a challenge coin. They always have them, and I'm going to get one. I just need it for, reasons.
Okay. Do you want to ask your handler for a challenge coin?
Yes. To accept this challenge, I need a challenge coin.
Okay. He looks somewhat confused, but he pulls out challenge coin. It is the EPA's Special Task Force 1 challenge coin.
I'll add it to my collection. I immediately take it and pocket it.
It is not made of real gold.
I'd hope not. That would have sucked. I still would have taken it, but...
It looks like gold, but it is definitely not.
I'm glad they consider guys like me when they make stuff like this.
Some of us have allergies.
The handler says you will receive a series of communications in the field, but for now, we need to establish what methods you'll be using to perform this mission. Do you intend to do this loud or quietly? We need to know to get the story straight.
What if we start off quiet and end up loud? I think that's always a good combination of both plan types.
I'm going to be honest with you, all I do is loud. Yeah, I would prep for this to be loud eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plan for things happening.
All right, I will prep for a loud situation. I'll get the swamp gas balloon, and it'll be like nothing happened.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I'm assuming fighting something this powerful, I will have to go into that judo. So, at that form, I turn into a 12-foot, 6-headed monster. So, FYI, I can't differentiate friend or foe in that area.
So if we see that guy, move away.
Form wear any hats? I do not. None of the heads wear hats, as I've been told, but I will say I'm not, entirely conscious at that point. I just attacking that moves. So, don't be near me.
I just need to know if a ski mask or a balaclava or one of those kind of things counts as a hat.
Well, no, of course not.
Okay, I'm not wearing one right now, but...
the entire face.
Okay, yeah, sometimes I put one on. I'm not wearing one currently, but if I do throw one on, I just want to make sure... I mean, you're saying this out loud, but in the future, I just want to know if that's going to do off or not.
No, that's fine. It's only the top of the skull where all the secrets live, because then you can't get at those delicious secrets.
And I'm not hiding my brain, I'm wearing face clothes.
Yeah, totally different.
Okay, good.
Not at all similar.
Your handler says the activity of this company is centered here, but it has numerous subsidiaries throughout the country, and especially here in Florida. We haven't had much luck in getting them to comply with any inspections. And the last time we sent a group of more forceful inspections, they disappeared.
So, Fintech's brought out the guns then?
That is what we suspect.
Man, then we'll have to be ready for all kinds warm fuckery.
Yeah, if that's going to be the case, if they're going to bring out the big guns, then I need a really big gun.
What kind of big gun do you want?
The nicest Desert Eagle you've got?
He goes to the back of a van and pulls it open, and there is a enormous number of guns, knives, and other weaponry in it.
Are they shiny?
For the most part, no. However, some of them are.
Ooh, I want a shiny thing, like a knife. If a knife is shinier than a gun, I'll take that over a gun. I just want something shiny. And I would usually try to steal it, but I know right now we're in a position of power. I think I could probably just ask one instead of stealing. Even though I want to steal it. I like my fingers. I'm like itching to steal it. I'll just ask for it first, and if he says no, then I'll. In my mind, I'm like, I'll ask first. If he says no, then steal it. So I just find the shiniest thing that just grabs my eye. You can tell me whatever weapon that is. I don't even care what it is, as long as it's a shiny weapon.
There is a silver combat knife, as in the blade is made of silver.
That doesn't bother me.
Indeed,
I'll
it
take
does
that.
not. It is definitely the shiniest of all the armament.
I love a shiny. Shiny. As my
your
character might
handler
say.
waves it away as just, whatever you want from the van of armament.
Oh, I'll grab a gun too if he says whatever. I have no idea how to use a gun. I'm horrible with them, but I'll grab one if he says let's do whatever. I'll take a shiny knife and a shiny gun. I don't care how good the gun is. I just want the shiniest gun also. So it could be a really tiny shiny gun. I don't care.
Yeah, there's a 9mm that is somewhat more shiny than the other guns.
It's polished well or something. Yeah, I'll take that one. Someone cleaned this one. I'll take it. Pocket it. Whatever ammo. Pocket it.
There is a Desert Eagle. It is matte black and appears to have a variety of ammo types for it.
I'm taking up the Desert Eagle and all sorts of ammo types. Armor piercing, hollow point, tracer.
Yeah, there are definitely silver bullets included in that.
Yeah, no, I'll handle those carefully. Mm-hmm. Hopefully nothing depleted uranium. I would think a little bit better about more, as depleted uranium harms Gaia.
It does. Do you want to get any other guns? There's several long arms, sniper rifle.
I kind of am the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for my ammo, I assume the silver bullets are the shiniest bullets, because that's how I would choose my ammo. Okay,
absolutely.
That's what I also have.
The shiniest bullets.
Yeah. I was grabbing ammo, but I wasn't sure what. But now that I know there's a variety, I would also use the same criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Bulletproof vest.
Okay, that works. There's one of those. You, of course, can devour things with your mighty jaws, so don't technically need any weapons. You can have them if you want.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. The headquarters building is visible in the distance. What do you want to do?
That is a great question, which I'm not very good at planning things, more about killing things.
Well, I have something called Raven's Wings, in which I can sort of take a spirit form. I'm not quite sure on the total ramifications of that. Would that allow me to get a closer look without putting myself in any danger?
You can travel into the spirit world.
Step sideways.
Yeah.
I'll fly sideways.
All right.
Between the raindrops or whatever, into the shadow.
As you fly sideways into the spirit world, you see there's very little of the city in the spirit world, but the tower of the chemical company is a pillar of corruption. It weeps various chemicals, oil, nuclear waste. It is surrounded by lesser evil spirits. There are some blood spirits. There are some minor corruption spirits. You can sneak past them quite easily, but there might be much more perceptive guards inside the tower.
Yeah, I think I'm wise enough to know that.
Yeah, well experienced.
Yeah, experienced spirits. Like I said, this first mission was just like a drone, like a recon type mission. So I'm gonna just fly. I'm gonna fly back in the real world with that information and just relay that to all of my allies. Let them know what I saw in the spirit world and the proxy. How many things there are, where they are. Whatever kind of information I can to help. What we need to prepare for at least. And also the same thing, saying it's probably worse inside.
There's probably people wearing hats inside.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely guys with hats. If that pisses you off, I'll definitely be like, there's definitely guys with hats inside. I'm almost sure of it.
Oh, I don't like that one bit. It's Miami, Florida. Why do you need a hat? It's 90 degrees out.
I bet they're wearing...
To keep the sun out of your eyes, maybe, but I don't want to tell you that. I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'm just like, yeah, hats suck, dude.
Yeah, I bet the people in there are wearing large hats.
Why would you get a large hat?
Yeah.
Small hat is bad enough.
I bet they're too big even for their own heads.
Now that's just hubris. This is horrible.
I bet they're eating the flesh of children in there, and only monsters do that.
And that just depends on culture. That's whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. Okay, cool. You're cool with that? Just making like 100% sure.
As long as the monster's not wearing a hat. I think we've cleared this
Right.
up. Yeah.
Are the
Why I'm not going to
children
mention
wearing
I have like a
hats?
closet full of hats back home.
They could be
I'm not wearing a hat
hats.
today.
Well, then see that now this is complicated. Anyhow, I pull out a piece of paper and I would like to use the silver sigil gift on it to turn it into an inspector's badge.
You turn the paper into an inspector's badge. What do you want the badge to say that you are inspecting?
I am an inspector from the National Association of Overeager and Gross Polluters.
Okay.
Very believable.
I waved a piece of paper. It looks real, right?
Yeah, I mean, it looks real to me. I'm not familiar with government agencies, but if I had to think of the agency, I think that would be it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now we're prepped to get in the front door.
All right.
At least
Well,
one of
I'm
us.
glad we established that.
Is we like this a goon squad going to a government agency? I can't imagine such a thing in the year 2000.
So you want to go up to the front door and flash your inspector's badge?
Yeah.
There is a security guard who seems to be a bit overarmed. He has a submachine gun. He says, halt, what's your business here?
I flash my inspector's badge.
It's the Organization for Overeager Polluters.
That's what we are. Yep, 100%.
Correct.
I'll have to speak to my superiors. I thought the inspection wasn't for another 3 weeks.
Are you spreading to know information right now, sir? Because if you are, I'll have to fucking kill you. That is special information.
He says, and then he runs into the building and quickly speaks into his walkie-talkie. You hear the word Spectre, and then a small group of security walks through with escorting a man in a nice business suit.
The hat?
He is wearing a hat.
I hate this.
Is he also just wearing it like a scarf, but he's not wearing it around his neck? He's wearing it on either side of it?
No, he doesn't have a scarf. He has...
Does he have a shiny watch?
A shiny watch? Yes, he does have a shiny watch.
Me
Does he
takey.
have too many buttons?
I go to shake his hand and try to steal his watch.
Roll larceny plus dexterity.
Okay. I rolled a 3. My larceny is 4.
So
My
you
dexterity...
roll a D10 that you...
Yeah, I rolled a 3 on a D10.
You get to roll that number of d10s.
Oh, that number.
Yeah.
I got 3 D10s.
Yes,
Plus your dexterity as well.
yeah, so...
Oh, wait, so I roll 3... so my dexterity is 3, so I roll 3 for that. My larceny is 4, so I roll 7 D10s?
correct.
Okay, now I get it.
Welcome to White Wolf.
Yeah.
The ones that are above a 7 are successes. The ones below that are
What if it
not
is a 7?
So just tell me how many succeed.
I have 3 that are 7 or above and 4 that are lower.
You succeed in stealing this man's watch, pull it off his wrist, and stash it in your sleeve quite rapidly. He doesn't seem to notice. He's staring at Kit and says, I assure you that the inspection is not to be had yet. If you would come with me, I will see if our leadership has something for you.
This is a trap.
Is there any way Streetwise would help in this situation?
You can roll streetwise to,
I mean, I don't have... My Streetwise not great. I just have 1 in that. Do I get to add any other things to that? Charisma or anything?
Yes,
Or something?
you roll
Manipulation?
streetwise plus either wits or intelligence. Probably wits.
Okay, so that's 7 total.
Okay.
Again. Yeah, I got 3 above, 4 below.
You can tell that this is a trap. That this person is pulling you into an ambush or some sort of malignant situation. Maybe not a physical trap. Maybe it's a legal or mental trap. It's definitely a trap.
I don't like traps, and I'm going to sort of like half caw, half cough, as to sort of like try to give a signal to the group that there's something fishy about this. Caw! Caw!
Oh,
Yeah, if anyone that's worked with me before, and I assume some of you have at this point, since we are all, old hats at this, and I don't mean that in a way that's scary about hats. But we've all been doing this for a while. You guys are getting my drift at, like, we could still go along with it, but that's just a heads up that, like, be on your fucking guard. But if someone wants to squash this now, I'm, also cool with that. That's just a warning from the end. Crow that talks too much, shutting up now.
Well, the person who wanted to go quiet and loud is our resident neighbor, so I'll just look at the for direction. With a slight amount of tension in the air, because I might put my hand through a dude's chest in the next millisecond.
I give our warrior tiger friend a big stage whip. And I say, yes, of course we will follow you in your incredibly distrustworthy hat.
I shrug at that, and I'm like, wait, yes?
Yes. Yes, you will.
Oh, okay. I got it. I'm going to put my hand as he walks back towards the...
Yeah, like the second he turns his back.
Yeah.
You punch through his back. You punch it from back to front through the body.
Seems like a very good one.
Dexterity.
Oh, this is nuts. That's 10 dice.
Uh-huh.
Alright, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright. Roll for strength worth of dice damage plus 2 dice.
Cool. I have extra sharp claws, so I'm gonna...
use your extra sharp claws as well.
Alright, so plus 2, plus aggravated.
Oh, lovely.
Claws extra sharp like cheddar.
Yep. Oh, crap, that's a lot. Well, wait, you double dice count on damage?
Whoops.
Yeah.
Punched him in half.
That is 8.
You put your arm through his chest, straight through his spine and heart. He dies instantly.
Ah, delicious. I want to Kali Ma his heart.
Of course.
Eat it.
The security guards do not take kindly to you murdering their boss.
Oh, there are more guys.
Yes.
We did this in full view of like 8 probably.
There's only 3.
Are they within 10 feet of me?
Yes, they're within 10 feet.
Would it be possible for me to use rage to do a second attack?
Of course it's possible to use rage to do a second attack.
This is the Heaven Thunder Hammer. I'm going to spend 3 rage and then roll my Strength plus Primal Urge difficulty 3.
Go for it.
So they're just hit, so the difficulty 3 to hit everything within 10 feet directly in front of the were-tiger.
Okay.
So I'm just
That includes 2 of them.
So I'm just going to use that.
Okay, yeah.
So my base damage for this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I add my frost to it, which in this case is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus
Yeah. They explode into pink mist.
Okay.
Yay!
That third guard who just witnessed all of this tries to erase his memory of everything that happened before we arrived.
Oh, he's dead.
No, you only got 2 of them.
One left.
The one that's left. I want to take his memory before we got here, and so when he comes from his stupor of me stealing his memory, it's like we just got there and all this crazy stuff's happened, and I'm going to try to lie to him about what happened. Really.
Yeah, roll wits.
Wits. That's a
Actually,
mental thing.
Roll manipulation.
Okay.
Plus empathy.
Where's empathy? Oh, I should have put a point in that. I only have 4 manipulation.
You can technically use any social skills, so expression.
Oh, I have 1
intimidation.
expression. I'll use that. Alright, I'm rolling 5, 8, a 10, 5, and 2 1s. So I only have 2 successes, 3 fails. Oh, wait,
okay.
no, that's a 9, not a 6. I have 3 successes, 2 fails. 9, 10, 8, 2, 1.
You succeed. You steal this guard's memory of the last 5 minutes or so.
And I lock it away in my own brain to just remember anytime I can now re-witness this scene through that guy's eyes anytime I like.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as he comes to from that happening, I want to lie to him and pretend like he's the one that did this because there's a chemical leak driving everyone mad. There's a chemical leak inside. We've come to inspect it. It drove you crazy. You killed all these people. I think is there a skill for lying, I assume? I don't know.
A subterfuge.
There is a 10-foot wear-tires.
I have 2 subterfuge. Can I add anything like that? Charisma or anything to that?
Yes, manipulation.
Oh, manipulation. Okay, so that's 6. Luckily, I have exactly 7 d10s. 9, 10. Oh, this one's went worse, though. I have 2 successes, 4 fails on that one. 5, 3, 3, 1 fails, and 9 out of 10 are the succeeds.
You can see in his eyes that he does not believe you at all.
I'm gonna look around like someone should back me up. Like, come on, like, if, lies work better if everyone agrees, because it's now us against this one guy, so if someone else backs up my lie, that would help.
I flashed my badge from the inspectors of unrepentant polluters. Would a member of the organization lie to you like this?
Says, no, but the chemical leaks they weren't supposed to affect humans. He is pointedly ignoring 10 next to him. He does not look at you, sort of, you get the sense, in the hope that you are not real.
Yeah,
or that,
it's just like,
he doesn't look at
maybe
you,
that's also part of the gas. Like, yeah, the gas is making me see a 10-foot tiger. Does this guy look like a 10-foot tiger to you? That's probably the gas. It's a really bad leak. We're serious.
Roll population plus subterfuge.
Can do. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
In that case, he believes you.
Hell yeah.
He says, well, if that's the case, then, well, we have to go and check on the crates of the substance. We were assured that it would not work on humans.
Things happen. We should go right away. Obviously, there's been a mistake. Scientists mess up sometimes, you know?
He says, of course,
That's why we're
right
here.
away.
That's why the inspectors are here, for when scientists just go too far.
Says, follow me and I'll show you. And he uses his security badge to badge you into the under levels, where you see a large number of barrels of some sort of chemical. You see just past these barrels there is a large number of cages, some of which are empty and others are filled with crocodiles.
I wonder if they're looking for Macaulay.
The guard says, here is the chemical. Please find what's wrong with it.
Yeah, we're gonna do some tests. You better go lay down somewhere because you're obviously hallucinating. Sleep it off. Yeah, self-care is important. We've got it from here.
He says, I'll report to the clinic.
Well, after your nap, take a nap first, and then go to the clinic. Sleep. I think sleep is the best medicine. Sleep first, see if you feel better, because it's just you've only had a little exposure. It's probably fine. Sleep first, and then after your nap, then get checked. Is what my personal advice. And if I have to roll to lie, I will.
You don't get a chance. He runs off.
I was gonna bite his head off.
Yeah, you absolutely can bite him as he starts to run off.
Yes, I would like.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue with it. There's no witnesses this time, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shrug. Shit happens. We got what we wanted.
I was never gonna let him live.
Roll attack.
Alright, that is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You definitely bite his head. What's your damage roll?
Oh, that's like strength plus 3, which is 6 plus
Well,
3.
strength plus 3, he's dead. You bite his head off.
Okay, cool.
Oh, is it too much damage?
Aggravated
No way.
damage.
You bite his head off. Yeah, he dies.
Okay, I savor his head a little bit and then gulp it down because I don't have a cultural moray about eating flesh.
I mean, now that he's dead,
Yeah.
I'll take his security card, his wallet, anything he's got on him. If he's got anything at all,
Yeah.
I'll snap. Looting a body, I'm here for that. I'm a crow. Ooh, I'm gonna check all his pockets, take all his shit. Anything that's not a hat,
Yeah.
I'm taking.
He doesn't have a lot. He has a security badge, and he has a very basic wallet that doesn't even have a driver's license.
What's the uniform that he's wearing look like?
Standard security guard,
I mean-
navy blue, has a, security emblazoned on the back.
I mean, my outfit's all black, and that's my preferred outfit choice. It's like black pants, black shoes, black shirt, black hoodie, like black everything. But for the sake of this mission, I'm a skinny guy anyway, so I will just strip this guy naked, and I'll put on his clothes over mine. If I can't see anything else, I'll at least pretend to be security guard leading these people around.
Okay.
So I'll take all.
There is one problem. The uniform, at least the upper part of it, is soaked in blood from when the guy got his head bitten off.
Oh, that's not good.
And there was also some blood from when those guys were liquefied.
But I also think I'm a good liar, so I'm gonna put it on anyway. And if it all else fails, I can take it
Okay.
off. I still have my black clothes on underneath.
Yeah,
So
right.
if anything else happens, I'm like, oh, there was an accident, and So I still think I can lie. So I'm gonna put it on just for it's better than nothing. If I can't steal anything else, I'm gonna take this because this is a great opportunity to steal something. I would look at it. If our shark friends with us, right?
Yeah.
I would really free you want some chum getting rid of a body. I think is right up the shark guy's alley. So I would, as someone who's really interested in subterfuge, I know everyone else wants to blow shit up, and that will happen at some
Yeah.
point. But I think for the
Corey, do you
time
want to
being,
use his corpse?
if someone can get rid of this body, I would like that. That way it doesn't come back to bite us as soon.
All of you can need him if you want.
I'll just, I already started. I feel like it ruined me.
He's already naked now.
Well, to be honest, I always hit her clothes or like a dressing.
Oh, yeah, clothes? Gross.
Yeah. So you can eat this body quite trivially.
I eat people fairly regularly.
Yeah, completely normal.
Do we let out the crocodiles?
You absolutely can let out the crocodiles.
I mean, does anyone have animal kin? I actually took the point out of my animal kin, and now I regret it. Because if anyone can talk to these guys, that'd be cool. I still want to let them out. I'm not against. I'm freeing animals as part of our thing anyway. I definitely think we release them.
I can't really talk crocodiles, so.
I mean, let them out no matter what, and hopefully they're not part of some shitty experiment. They're animals, and we love animal life and hate pollution. But I would love if we could talk.
You release these crocodiles. They all, as one, run outside. They leave through the door. They don't appear to be supernatural in any way. Just regular crocodiles.
Well, then, now I guess the question is, our job is to get rid of these chemicals?
To find out
or expose them?
What the chemicals are.
Yeah, so
I am not a scientist.
Yeah, but you sent a whole bunch of dudes who aren't scientists, unless we have a scientist among us, and I don't know that. I'll check with our shark and our was it otter? I'll check with our rare friends. But unless we have a way to test these chemicals here, I think we either have to destroy them and take one barrel with us. It's obviously a weapon. He said it's not supposed to affect humans, which means they know it affects something else, possibly us, possibly something else. But it feels weird.
Well, I always recommend fire.
But we need to save one barrel for testing, for we know what it was. Or at least a sample, if there's a way to collect a sample. I'm not a good scientist. I don't have science.
I'm going to say that they gave you a sample collector, and you can just syringe up a little bit.
I'd say we destroy the entire facility, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just light it all on fire.
How do you plan to do it? Are you going to breathe fire?
I can just create fire, and that's less energy.
Do you want to breathe fire onto these chemicals or something else?
Something more flammable and something that I know is that if I breathe it in immediately, it won't fucking kill me.
Okay.
So
there is a emergency diesel generator.
Oh, that's perfect.
In the same level, with a large diesel tank.
Well, that's perfect then. I'm going to create a makeshift fuse out of any paper by wrapping it together, and I will create a fire on the top of the paper as it burns down like a wick.
Okay.
To give me time to leave. Is everybody ready to go, or do you want to explore this facility more, or we torch this?
I mean, if we collected a sample and you're about to blow it up, I'll leave. I'm not sticking around to get blown up.
Well, obviously, if you guys want to explore a bit more, I'm fine with that.
I mean, it seems like we got what we came for, unless we're just looking for more shit. Which, I mean, it probably is. This is a weird thing going on. There probably is more shit.
The mission was general reconnaissance. Find out what sinister plot they have. You can find out more information.
I mean, I think if there are computers or files, or if there's some other way we can get any information before we blow everything, I think blowing everything up is fine. But if we can get any other information before we do that, if anyone has the skills, I do not have those skills. If anyone does have those skills, and we can download some shit on, we've got our sample, but anything we can come out of here with data-wise before the guards show up would be great.
There is the server room.
I do not understand what a computer is, or what a flash drive is, or what download.
I have computer skills. I'll have the server room. First of all, what kind of were-creature are you? A were-cobra. How much computer skill will your character have?
I think it'll be obvious here. I'd like to examine the server racks. I'm looking for any kind of cable connection, color-coded preferably.
There is color-coded cables.
Can you express numerically
blue, white, or yellow ones?
There is blue and yellow.
The other one all seem to connect. Do they all seem to connect to a central junction box?
They do indeed.
I would like to open fire on the central junction box.
Okay. What kind of firearm do you choose?
My mouth with cobra venom.
Cobra venom? Sure.
Keep in mind, we're not just trying to destroy data. Collecting data would also be good.
Too late.
Just a note, just a side note.
Cobra venom on the central junction box. It begins to smoke. A alarm starts in the facility, and you get a very distinct smell of spiders.
I expected this, actually. Is there a keyboard nearby?
There is, most certainly.
I would like to pick up the keyboard, and I'll use it to bludgeon anything with blinking lights on it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to light my fuse net side.
Yeah, I'm going to look to our tiger friend and just nod. Yeah. Go and blow it up. This isn't, just blow it up. Let's go. As soon as you light the fuse, I'm going to get out of here with you. I'm gonna turn to a bird and fly the fuck away.
Did they send a bunch of heavies to go do a recon movie?
Let's go. We tried.
Yeah.
Let's leave.
You light the fuse and leave. There is a muted explosion as you walk out the door, and a large amount of glass spews out from the skyscraper.
Ooh, pick some up. Shiny.
Yeah, of course.
Ooh. I'll grab a couple pieces. Put it in its tiny pocket. Save it for later.
You hear significantly more alarms, and you hear a wolf howl
Oh boy.
from within the penthouse, the top of this tower.
I believe that may be a black spiral.
You do smell wolf. It is coming closer.
I'm gonna prep for this by turning my claws inward.
Yeah, now I'm definitely loading up the silver bullet, and I'm prepped to blow the hats off the black spiral dancers.
Yeah, I have a silver knife and a gun with silver bullets, so I'm also ready for whatever is about to happen.
You see emerge from this building with several generating wounds. A werewolf in full Krynos form, half man, half wolf. His claws gleam. And he snarls and rushes towards you.
I would like to rush toward the werewolf.
Or like that scene where two people kiss in a field.
Roll wits plus alertness, everyone.
Oh boy.
Alright, 3. Okay, 3.
I had 2 of 7 successes.
69 successes.
Now,
Damn right, nice.
I will roll for you if you would like.
You're definitely more trustworthy than I am.
4 successes.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it's time for the 10th sphere of measure.
okay. Now shoot him.
Center mass shot with my 50 caliber silver bullets.
Okay. Yeah. Roll dexterity or perception and firearms.
Nice, I get to roll 10 dice. 7 successes.
Oh yeah.
You hit him. However, the damage from the silver bullet, he seems to ignore it. There's definitely a gaping gunshot wound that is smoking from the silver, but he seems just angrier.
Let's see here. Let me pull out. Out of the claws. Resting. It's like, is this motherfucker a vampire?
Vampire werewolf?
Yeah.
Oh,
an
werewolf?
abomination.
You cannot tell in the heat of battle.
Alright. Well, just on the off, I'm going to do something called Sun Claws. Ignite my silver flame claws on fire. And
Okay.
I'm gonna do another awesome trick that we like to call in the Claw Storm. There it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a point of rage and a point of willpower. And I am going to make 4 attacks again.
Okay. Yeah.
Large number of
That's the
attacks.
thing you can do.
Alright, that is 7 plus 5, which is 12. Alright, the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
That's a hit.
Alright, cool. I'm just gonna roll to see how many times I get him first. We'll go.
Yeah.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
That hits.
Okay, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 successes.
That definitely hits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
That one misses.
Okay, and last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
That one also misses.
So 2 hits. Let's see, my strength right now is fucking ridiculous.
As always.
By the way, this does matter. Is he a vampire?
He is not a vampire.
Damn it. Okay, well then never mind. That doesn't do shit. That's strength plus 2. That's alright. The first attack does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
Go ahead.
And the second one does 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. It only does 4 damage.
Well, you claw him real good. However,
Versus
his
silver.
flesh seems unnaturally resilient. And your claws catch him on fire, but the fire quickly changes color to a sickly green flame.
Green flame!
And his wounds begin closing even faster than normal werewolf regeneration.
That's nuts.
I had rushed toward it, right? How close am I?
You are right next to him.
Is it in an aggressive stance?
Yes, most definitely in an aggressive stance.
Are you gonna punch him in the
Shoulder
crotch?
width apart, arms up.
Something like that.
Am I in front of it or to the side of it? I want to head straight to the front center mass,
Uh-huh.
and I would like to knee him in the testicles.
Okay.
Knew it was coming.
Roll. There, I'll roll you.
69
What move works ever?
successes.
Yeah.
69.
Hard to miss?
Fail to knee him in the testicle. You hit him in the knee. Would you like to spend a rage point to try and knee him again?
Yes. I would like to spend 2 rage points for one attempt just to put extra stank on it.
Okay. You succeed. You knee him in the testicle with a great force.
How you like them apples?
Would you like to poison him via your knee to the testicle? As in, do you want to poison his testicle?
I absolutely do.
All right. You successfully poison his testicles.
Who turns that down, right?
You hear him shriek in agony.
Over the next several hours, his
Does
testicles
he howl
swell up.
like a werewolf?
He howls like a werewolf, absolutely.
Like the werewolf
I would
of
like
London?
to spit in his mouth.
Okay. Yeah, you spit in his mouth. You poison him even more.
Sweet.
He claws at
Con.
all right, yeah. He hits you once, 3 damage.
That bastard.
Oof. That's an
It
oof.
is aggravated damage.
That bastard.
He's extra aggravated due to the injury to his testicles.
Well, for me, it looks like a lot of attacks aren't working for some weird reason. I don't know. I have a cult, but I don't have very much in a cult. But I think there must be some sort of magic protecting this guy. So can I use is there like a cult plus something I can roll to see what's protecting this guy? So I get somebody to turn that off?
Yeah, you can roll a cult plus intelligence to
Set.
try and determine if there's a magical effect.
That's 7. Let's see. 8, 10. Oh. All right, I got 5, 6, 3, 1, 8, 10, 8. So 3 successes, 4 fails, but...
Okay. You can see that this individual is possessed.
So we're not dealing with just a werewolf, we're dealing with like a demon inside a werewolf.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright,
I have something for this. God damn it.
I mean, tell me what you're going to tell me, but then I'm going to yell all the information I can after you tell me everything I need. If there's any other information. If not, I'll just yell that.
Yeah, no, you can tell that he has some sort of a spirit of balefire that is possessed.
Yeah, I will inform all of my allies of this information.
Would you like to also attack?
I mean, not necessarily, but I feel like in this, in solidarity, I'm the kind of guy who's been through a lot of these missions. I'm not a fighter. I'm more of a stealth guy. But when fights happen, I participate because that's how you make friends in battle. My attack might suck and I might do no damage, but I'll at least I'll pretend like I'm trying really hard. I'm gonna get my silver knife, even though I know silver's not fucking this guy up. I'm still gonna go for the throat though, but my melee is not very high.
Roll melee plus dexterity.
Okay, yeah, it's only 4, so that's not counting on that being a lot.
You can spend rage for extra attacks if you wish.
Let me look at my rage here. I got some.
Yeah, you should have 7.
I only put 6, but I'll add another one. I might have just miscounted. I'll spend some of those. Add some more dice.
Allows you to attack again.
Okay, so how many rages do I have to spend to attack a second time?
Just 1.
Okay, I'll do that. So the first time I get 1 8 and then a 4 and a 2, so 1 success, 2 fails. Second time I get a 7 and a 9 and a 2, so 2 successes, 1 fail.
Yeah, both of those miss. You can keep spending rage you want.
No, I mean I'm probably gonna keep missing if that's the rate. That's what's going on here. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not a battle guy. I look like I'm doing something. I tried. Everyone saw me punch 2 times, so I still look like I'm participating.
Yeah.
No hard feelings. No one's mad at me. I still look like a valuable guy to have on your team.
I curse in Hindi.
Of course.
I'm an idiot. How did I not expect that earlier?
Can I banish the spirit possessing him? Or at least...
Yeah, you absolutely can attempt to banish the spirit possessing him.
Attempt.
I think it would be occult plus intelligence.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Okay.
As I fling a piece of paper at this bleeding, fiery, possessed werewolf.
You succeed in banishing this spirit. You see that the flames immediately cease, and the rapid healing slows down to just a normal werewolf regeneration.
Can't now, that's silver wounds.
It still is regenerating.
Oh, impressive. What's the 4 attacks again?
Okay.
And as long as I spend a point of willpower and a point of rage, I can just go at it.
All right. Yeah, cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
That hits.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Wait, no, 5 successes.
That misses, but barely.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
That hits.
All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that also
7 successes. Yes. All right. Cool.
Definitely.
All right. Cool. Then I will roll for damage. And tell you what, I'm going to do Thor's Might for this.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend a point of Gnosis and Rage, and I doubled my strength to 12, plus my extra stuff, which is 16.
Con smash.
Yeah, you kill him. Describe how you brutally murdered this werewolf.
I'm going to, as I'm spending a shit ton of rage at the moment,
You are.
I am just kind of losing myself, just my frustration and damage, me totally missing that he was possessed. It kind of starts with like a couple of slashes, with like the first 2 killing slashes, and then it just continues into an absolute frenzy as I start slashing, including bite to it, until he turns into
Right, alright.
Hamburger.
Yeah.
like ground meat.
You're gonna hamburger this guy.
Yeah, you hamburger this guy. Roll willpower.
Oh, lost to the worm? Yeah, that makes sense.
Permanent willpower.
Alright, that is 5. 1 success.
You manage just barely to hang on to your control and not frenzy. However, the next frenzy roll will be at increased difficulty.
Makes sense.
Woo!
As I calm down after I turn this person pulp.
Yeah.
I would like to use
if
my
he had
first
survived,
words.
The boy likes
that
to eat.
wouldn't have been enough.
Chewing his face like it was an ice cream cone.
Can I say
Sorry.
something to the squad for the first time in this campaign?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to ask Khan if he intends to eat that.
You can eat that? You gonna finish that?
Yeah, that was
You're gonna
worth
finish
that,
that.
dude. I don't think you want to eat that.
So that's a no.
No, I'm not going to eat that because it's tainted. It's tainted meat right there.
I would like to dislocate my jaw and eat that.
Of course, yeah. That's a thing you can do as a were-cobra. Yeah, you swallow this tainted meat whole. You can tell that it is poisonous. Not poisonous enough to affect you.
Lucky.
Like most cobras, I am poison and venom resistant, though I do intend to turn this entire wad of into one large, white, stone-like turd.
Of course. Yeah, so you are in front of a on-fire, half-exploded building. There are police sirens. You can hear fire sirens as well. What do you want to do?
I guess we should leave. I'm assuming that they not be able to avoid inspections and chemical cleanup now.
So yeah, if that's all we got, I'll just flee. If that's
I
where
mean,
we're
I
at.
can shoot a fireball at it.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
extra damage we can do on the way, I will encourage everyone that can do damage to do damage on the way out.
But we're already
I don't have much to
already
do.
destroyed. It's not a functional facility.
All right, yeah, as long as we've fucked up all their shit, I'm happy. We can get out of here and escape.
All right. Do you want to go to the EPA's lab to try and determine what this chemical is?
Yeah.
It's definitely part of our mission.
Yeah, you travel to the laboratory.
I hope we take the train
there
because I'm
is-
environmentally friendly.
there is a single lab tech who's there. You all can tell that this is a werewolf kinfolk. Someone who is not a werewolf, someone who is related to a werewolf.
Can I, or as many of us as possible, roll an investigation on this person, make sure they're up and up before we hand over our sample? I don't want to give a
Absolutely.
sample to anybody.
Yeah.
Is that investigation plus something, or?
Investigation plus perception.
Alright, that's mostly successes. That's 6 successes out of, 5 successes out of 7.
Okay. But you can tell that this person is a true believer in the forces of Gaia and a person who joined the EPA in order to fight pollution and evil spirits, of course. You can tell that she is on the level, at least as far as this goes.
I mean, I don't trust anybody that I don't already know, but if it seems like we trust this person, I'll hand over the sample. They're on our
Alright.
side.
I think that's fair. You never know when there's a traitor in your mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She tests it, looks somewhat confused. She says, "This is frankincense and myrrh."
Why would they need barrels of frankincense and myrrh?
Well, it's a magic reagent. Use it for stuff like that. I'm an experienced character in this world, so I feel like I know about it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert!
She says it must be some sort of alchemy or something. I know someone who might know, but they are not connected to the Earth Mother. So I'm not sure if you think it wise to bring in an outsider.
Do you trust them?
I mean, there's got to be another person we can ask that we do trust, right? There's someone. I have Streetwise. There's there's got to be something we can use to find someone that we can trust, using someone we don't.
If you want, you can just know an alchemist.
Oh yeah, I would like to know an alchemist personally.
All right, sure.
I'm a crow guy. I know. I'll pipe up immediately. I know a guy we can trust. His name is Bort.
All right.
I got this guy named Bort. He's on the up and up.
Yeah, Bort the alchemist. Where does Bort live? Is it in Florida?
No, it's in the Midwest. Probably a city like Chicago. Probably hang out most of the time when I'm not on missions, which would be an eco-friendly city somewhere in what we would call the United States in the year 2000.
Yeah. How do you intend to get the sample?
I mean, it's the year 2000, so I don't have a lot of options. We got
you can fly commercial.
DHL, you can mail it.
You can ask the government to provide you transport. You are working for the government now.
Yeah, I mean, they have their own air. Can we all just get our own private plane to fly up there together? Go see the bean and stuff.
Air Force One.
Yeah, let's all take a quick trip to Chicago and check out the sights and see some cool shit, and then check out the sample. Be on an episode of Perfect Strangers.
You absolutely can take a flight to Chicago. The EPA has some planes for their inspectors.
That's us.
Yeah, it's a couple hours. What do you want to do in your flight? Do you want to just watch the in-flight movie? You want to discuss the supernatural world?
I want to gossip, personally. Yeah. Dish about all the stuff I heard about. When we got back, I called up some of my crow friends, and we did the dish. I hope and I assume, and I'll roll for it if I have to. There's something I can roll.
No, you can call up all the crow
I want to call up all my crow friends. And so now we're on the plane. I want to share all information I have related to the thing that happened to us that I might have heard from the grapevine, as it were. Just share the gossip about what was going on there that, based on rumors or anything else I've heard.
One of your crow friends finds it very interesting. It said frankincense and myrrh.
Both?
Yeah, they
the audacity.
Seem confused by that. Yeah, I've heard of that. In fact, I recall that it's used by immortals for their alchemy. I think in the West you call them mummies.
I don't like mummies. The idea of immortals in general was someone that doesn't want to die annoying, because dying is what makes living so special. So I'm immediately pissed if I hear that, and I'll share the information with everyone that I can.
Not a big fan of vampires, are you?
Rude. Yeah, also rude. Some just want to live to party, and they're cool. So man, I'm 50-50 on vampires, I guess.
You arrive in Chicago Airport. You are given a car rented by the government to go to Bort's place. When you arrive, you see that they are in the middle of some sort of experiment. They have a Jacob's ladder and several Tesla coils. They are cackling, shouting about, finally, the ether, when you enter.
Science!
They don't seem to notice you entering. They're too busy cackling and exclaiming about their brilliance.
I want to glean as much information before we get any intention.
Sure. What?
I don't have medicine. Was this magic or is it science? So I don't have science or medicine.
You're not entirely sure.
I can roll occult, but I can't roll... Well, I can roll either one, I guess, but I would suck more at the...
If you want to roll occult, see if this is magic, go right ahead.
Is there something I can add to that besides occult?
Intelligence or perception.
That's 7 either way. That's 5 of 7 successes.
You can tell this is definitely magic, 100%.
Oh, hell yeah.
In fact, you would even go so far as to say that this is magic, spelled Magick.
The proper way.
True magic, done by a wizard.
Abracadabra with a hard cadabra.
I knew it.
I'm not going to share that with the group immediately, but I will definitely acknowledge it to myself.
You hear a beeping, then he stops cackling and says, "What? My ethernometer? It says I have guests? That cannot be.
I mean, I know that's us, so I immediately like do the sitcom thing of like shrug, and because there's a group of like 5 or 6 of us here, right? it's a lot.
He turns dramatically and then says the word yes. Why have you snuck up upon my ether experiments?
I will express that we did not intend to sneak.
I'll be honest, I don't really sneak anywhere.
Sneaking was not our imperative. Although, if anyone was going to sneak, it would be me. My allies look like they could not sneak to save their lives.
Not wearing a hat.
Thank God.
He is, however, wearing a mask. A surgical mask to keep his contagions away from his experiments. He also has frizzy white hair and goggles, and is, of course, wearing a lab coat. He says, "Bish posh. My perception is most poor. Anyone sneak up on me."
Are you also deaf?
He says, "No, I am not deaf. However, my hearing is poor from too many Tesla coils."
Okay, I weigh 300 pounds in form, so just FYI, if you couldn't hear that, that's on you.
Yes, it is. Now, tell me, why have you interrupted my experiments? Is it about some form of alchemy, chemistry, alchemistry, the delightful study of ether?
I'll nod, but wait for someone who knows more science than me to pipe up, because my
I don't
knowledge
know
of science
most
is...
of the words.
Yeah, you can just hand him the sample.
Yeah.
And say, "What is this?"
I can do that. That I can communicate easily. Apart from that, I wouldn't...
He takes the sample and he sticks it into a centrifuge and spins up a analysis on his very clearly vacuum tube computer. And he says, "Oh my, both frankincense and myrrh. This is very serious."
I don't. Why is it serious?
Because this only used the ancient alchemy of Egypt. Was said to be a time of great magic. This is a potion of some sort. And if I don't miss my guess, it is supposed to affect lizards, crocodiles, frogs, numerous similar cold-blooded entities. But what it does, I cannot say. Only that it affects their reasoning. It is some sort of mind control.
For alligators. Okay, does it make them, like, I don't know, gay or something?
It might.
Could it possibly turn the frogs gay?
This is a possibility, distinct possibility.
I didn't think it was true. I thought it was propaganda. But are you saying they're trying to turn the lizards or the frogs gay?
I do not know what form the mind control takes. Only that it is a mind control substance. They could be programming the alligators to attack the president, or perhaps to get snakes to learn ballet.
Sounds pretty gay.
The possibilities are endless as what the goal is.
Okay.
I personally hope they turn frogs gay. Fine.
What do you want to do now that you're in Chicago? The forces of evil are trying to mind control lizards and frogs.
I don't think anyone should mind control animals. Animals should be left up to their own devices.
Yeah, that's a noble sentiment.
I think we'll have plenty of gay frogs either way. So why use chemicals?
You can definitely tell that they're worm tainted.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's because of the worm taint. They love using chemicals.
You could smell the worm taint from here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, it smells like worm taint. Don't like it.
He says, "Do you wish for me to call in an expert in mind control? Or perhaps an expert in alchemy? My own expertise leans towards the science."
Is it someone we can trust?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, then why not?
He says, excellent. He pulls out a phone book, tears out a page, and hands it to you.
Oh, good. Right out of the phone book. This should be good.
The page he hands you is an advertisement for a seller of amulets. Amulets, potions, fortune-telling, chakra realigning.
I'm gonna check one more time. This guy is sure that this is someone we should talk. Are you for real? This is who? Let's double check.
He is 100% certain this is the expert that would know.
My guy vouches for this guy, so if they vouch for this guy, it must be legit. If you guys want to go check it out, I'm down.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I'm done.
Hat? Are they known to wear hats?
I'll check really quick, and if we can call ahead of time to make sure they're not wearing a hat, I'll do that. Just in case, now that you brought her up, do they wear a hat? Do they ever wear a hat? If they do, can I call ahead, make sure they don't wear a hat today?
Glad that they don't wear a hat. Otherwise, I would immediately trust them for the rest of their life. Why would anybody wear a hat?
No good reason.
So this shop is not that far. Just a couple streets down.
Even if it was far, we could take public transit. It's Chicago.
That's true. You absolutely can. Yeah, it's what looks to be like two shops in one. It's an antique shop and the fortune teller and other mystical paraphernalia. As you enter, you see that there's only the one proprietor who...
Can I wait outside?
Not wearing a hat.
I don't want to go inside. As someone who has a propensity to steal things, I think I'm going to be tempted to shoplift in the store. I'm going to wait outside while everyone else goes inside. But I'm going to express, before everyone goes inside, I'm going to express my wishes of what happens when they go in. And hope they follow through with the investigation properly. But I'm going to wait outside and I'll be keeping watch, I guess.
Roll occult plus perception.
Oh geez, occult is 1, perception is 6, so that's 7. It's only 1 success out of 7 though. Everything else was 5 or 4.
You can tell that at least some of these objects are cursed.
I will express. Well, I'll be waiting outside still, but I'll be like, I'll warn everyone when they walk in. There's cursed shit inside, so don't touch anything, without express need to do so. I guess I'll give everyone a heads up. I'll still wait outside. When I go into stores like this, I'm tempted to take shiny things. I'll wait outside.
So the provider says, yes, how can I help you?
We hear that you're knowledgeable, that you don't wear hats.
These are both true.
Excellent.
I have never worn a single hat unless you count a crown.
I don't think I've ever worn a hat. Maybe.
That's why I like Con. You don't hide the top of your skull from Gaia, just like she intended.
What kind of crown do you wear?
We need more details.
Different ones. Never any of the Egyptian ones. I had a nice circlet. There was one that was quite basic, just some points.
For a crown.
Ruled over many kingdoms. They constantly change on me, so I don't bother anymore.
Did it ever have did the crown you ever wear ever have something covering the center of the crown?
Of course not. How else would I commune with Nut?
There you go. Okay, we're good.
But tell me, why have you come? Shape changers of Gaia?
Well, we're spectacular individuals who are working PA, and I completely forgot where this is going. I looked to the Kitsune for help.
We're on the trail of a horrendous conspiracy involving magic, mind-controlling reptilian and amphibian animals. Perhaps
mind control.
Homosexuality, which not opposed to homosexuality.
This guy's name is Alec Jones.
If you're right, Wizard told us that you were the authority that we needed to speak to. And also that you don't wear hats, which is good, because if you had been wearing a hat, I would have attempted to kill you.
He says, yes, very reasonable.
Incredibly reasonable.
Do you have a sample that I could look at?
Absolutely. And I produced
We've got exactly one sample.
Okay, yeah. He looks at it and says, I know what this is. This is a drought of enormous scale. It turns alligators and snakes and lizards and frogs into marauding beasts. But they will eat all the paper.
That doesn't sound very gay to me.
All the paper?
Why would you eat paper?
Literally stammering my outrage.
It's like licking a stagnant puddle or eating sand. Why would you do that?
Typically it was used by ancient sorcerers to curse an enemy's library. It was a favorite of APEP.
I mean, if we could do APEP, actually, that's Alex Jones.
Code name.
APEP has resurfaced. Terrible.
Yeah, we think he might be involved with the worm.
Yes, most definitely. APEP has always involved with the worm.
Well, that absolute turd.
It's only a matter of time till he suggests all the school shootings in America are false flags.
Says, if APEP has resurfaced, surely he has some sort of sinister plan. Tell me, this Alex Jones that he is purporting to be, is he a great king?
Not even. He hosts a radio show.
Oh, well then let's kill him.
What's a radio?
Imagine that sound waves are carried over the air to distant places.
Imagine you can be bored anywhere on Earth.
Well, I am bored pretty much on it.
Well, there you go. You get it.
I don't know what a podcast is. Like synonyms.
Me neither. It's
or-
the year 2000, but I don't have portent. Some of my relatives do, and we gossip a lot. So
Yeah. Casual future knowledge.
You were.
I hear a lot of gossip about the future.
If we could find him, you can send him to the underworld. You'll never expect that.
I would like to hang my head out the shop door and go, caw.
And I'll go, what? And you'll tell me everything you just learned. I'll be like, oh yeah, we should just go kill that guy. That sounds fine with me. Let's just the world will be better if this guy's not alive. That's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, this isn't Alex Jones, the human being.
No, he's a mummy. No, I get it.
Apep's a mummy.
Yeah. He's just taken the form of the name Alex Jones.
Yeah.
This fake character that we've made up for this game is evil and should not be around because it would be better for the Earth that I love if this character is not around. So yeah, I'm down to go take this dude out immediately as
I
quick as
say
possible.
to the wizard, he's a mummy, so he'll come back eventually, right?
Classic mummy.
Yes, he definitely will come back.
But temporary.
I think there's a way to break that cycle, but I think it requires some kind of powerful magic or something, and I don't have it.
Listen, even if we get a couple years of a break from this guy, that'd still be nice, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if he comes back in 5 or 6 years, it'll still suck. Like, hate always returns. Hate, you can never get rid of hate. We can move forward a little bit, and the world can heal. And maybe Al Gore can become president, and we can have better environmental regulations, and then the world, in, say, 50 years from now, won't be on the precipice of heat death. So if we could do what little bit we can now, in the year 2000, to make the world less shitty in the future, even though the world might still be shitty in the future because this mummy will return and still make things shitty again. We can also return then and fight it. We're not going anywhere. If we can make it go away for even a little while, that's better than nothing.
Luckily, or unluckily, Alex Jones is attending a political rally. Let's say Wisconsin.
Classic.
His location is known. He has probably some minions. The proprietor of the shop says, beware of Apep, for not only is he a skilled alchemist, but he also has a great understanding of the celestial arts. He may summon forth plagues or meteors.
Some things should just die. Mummies are one of them. We need to destroy the phylactery.
Okay, so there's a way to, like, their soul...
Oh, certainly. You absolutely can seize his soul. You just have to travel into the deepest pits of Malpheus, the lowest and darkest of all the hells.
Yeah, I heard Malpheus is fucked up. You'll die like him.
Is there something we can just blow up to solve this on Earth temporarily?
That certainly would be a temporary solution.
What on Earth can we blow up to make this temporarily solved?
Alex Jones.
Okay, well, I have the power of the U.S. government. I can get military ordnance. I need something I can drop in package form onto Alex Jones, drone style. If I can.
Yeah, you have to call Al Gore.
I guess let's
Is
call
the
Al
worry
Gore.
that he won't approve a weapon that would might kill civilians? Because I don't want to kill civilians, but I'm willing to in this instance. But I don't know if Al Gore is probably a nicer guy than me. So I have to get this approved.
Yeah. Well, you have Al Gore's number.
I guess I need to call him. Or is there anybody among... I mean, I'm pretty persuasive. I'm probably actually the most persuasive. So I'll call Al Gore.
Hello?
Hey! Al, what's up, buddy?
On the campaign trail.
Yeah.
Have you figured out what that mysterious chemical is?
Yep. It's frankincense and myrrh, which doesn't sound, that bad compared to a lot of the other chemicals out there that we're fighting. But apparently... they can use it to control animals' brains in some way. I'm sure it's not good. Me and the gang are here just hanging out. And, we want you to win the election and all. Hope there's no hanging chads in Florida or anything.
He says, thank you for the sentiment. Did you have something that you wanted to ask me?
Yeah. I need an ordinance of some kind. I need something very powerful that I can drop. I have a power within myself that I can, from bird's height, drop a package onto any location. I just need the package to be something that can blow up Alex Jones. So I need you to give me some kind of ordinance. I mean, I'm going to kill as few innocent people as possible, but I would not mind if Alex Jones and his supporters in the surrounding area died in order to prevent all the horrible things that he's about to perpetuate in this fantasy realm we've created.
Al Gore says, yes, I can do that. In fact, can you go to the nearest internet cafe?
Yeah, I'll go there and connect device.
What is very clearly some sort of grenade. Like a picture of a grenade pops up on the screen, and then the actual grenade falls out of the screen.
Whoa!
Sick. Yeah, I'll take that and use my magical drop a package power to drop that package onto Alex Jones.
You
a bird's height.
travel to Wisconsin. Roll a firearms.
Is
Plus.
there... Yeah, it's the attribute.
Yeah,
I have
plus
0 in firearm.
dexterity or perception.
Okay, I have 6 in perception, so I'll roll that, and I have nothing in firearm.
Okay.
Nothing firearms, so...
Actually, no, do larceny.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Larceny, I have 4. It was larceny and...
Stealing.
Larceny and perception?
Yes, larceny perception.
That's gonna be 10.
Okay.
So I have 7 here. I'll have to re-roll a couple. 9, 8, 2, 3 fails. So that is 4 out of 9 successes. The rest are off.
Alright, you hit, and Alex Jones and his 2 bodyguards vanish in a explosion of static. It looks like pixels, and then the whole area just vanishes. You saved Al Gore's presidential election from Alex Jones the Mummy.
As long as the Supreme Court doesn't intercede.
And you prevented the evil plot to cause a bunch of lizards, alligators, and frogs to go on to a paper-eating rampage, which surely would have disrupted the voting process in Florida. It's paper ballots, so how are you going to recount if all the paper ballots have been eaten by the frog?
No more paper.
Not that it matters. He loses this election anyway. Here's the thing: he didn't the George Bush universe. He lost to I can't remember the name of that mummy, and there was another mummy who ran for president in his universe, and they became president.